Alrighty, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is January 17, 2021. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy Pokemon Trigger, please. How you doing, Lewis?
I'm doing alright. How's it going, my good man?
It's been good. It's been good. Can't
Yeah.
complain.
Really? Are you sure?
Okay, I can complain a little bit. if you want me to.
That's true. Hold on, I'm just thinking somebody in the chat here. All right. Let's get back in track. Thank you so much for joining us once again because we love talking about Pokemon Go just as much as you do. I messed up the intro, so I don't care. It is my podcast, so I don't care. I even forgot to actually put in on the notes here that it was January 17th instead of the 10th, and I'm just like, okay, that works. That should work, you know. That works. What is going on here? Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got quite a bit of news to present. Some also, of course, once again, some controversy regarding maybe community days and some cool stuff that we got from our holds this week. So, Chris, how about we start with the recap, the shift gears. Let's get back in time and see what you got for me.
Oh man. Is it alright if I start with a little spinda?
Yeah, go
Spin
ahead.
thing? Okay, it should be this bottom one. If
Should
it
be.
gets cut out, that means it's this shiny, because me.
All right, let's see what he gets. He's focusing. He's focusing. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
No.
No shiny Spinda. Nothing close to the Hundo either. So that's a.
Nah. Let me take a look at what I got.
All right.
Just gotta capture this guy. Do you want to go first here?
Uh,
I mean,
sure.
actually, it's only gonna take a second. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I'll start with the Hondo collection this time around before we go into the community or the shinies and the community day ones because we will be recapping that too. So next and last week, gotta love my dog. Definitely did get a couple of Hondos. Actually, I caught quite a bit of Hondos from last week. Surprisingly enough, I started with a Hondo Venusaur, I think. Yes, Hondo Bulbasaur all the way to Venusaur. I finally got one. So that means I finally completed the Kanto starter line as a Hondo. So that's pretty good. And of course, all of this will be Mega Evolve at one point, which will be awesome. Um, well, they are probably pretty much already Mega Evolve at this point, so it doesn't matter. Then, of course, I hatched a Hondo Bidoof out of the event spawns from the Sinnoh event. Um, okay, that was actually pretty cool in regards to what we're gonna be talking about later on today. But it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna keep it as a baby just because I already have a Hondo Roselia anyway. So the other one is gonna go
True.
to Hondo status Roselia once we talk about what we're gonna be talking about.
Mhm.
This one was unexpected, and I was not like seriously. I was not thinking it was gonna happen. I did not think so. So, you guys know, Smeargle is a Pokemon that appears only through the photobombs. Now, they are a little bit boosted since the Go Beyond updates, and they have been able to come up pretty recently. So, I get one early in the morning. How did I get a Hundo of this? I mean, I have no idea. It's the most useless Pokemon in the world. It has two moves. I can't even TM them. It has counter and earthquake from a Heracross, and I'm just like, this is the Hundo I get with this moveset. Oh my god! I mean, it could be cool
I
in Little
mean,
Cup.
yeah, if it was allowed, yeah.
Yeah, is it allowed? I don't think it's allowed, right? Smeargle.
It's gotta evolve, to be in Little Cup.
Well, this doesn't evolve, so.
Yeah, there's a few of them I
Oh,
looked
evolve,
at
evolve,
that
evolve. Okay, that
that
makes
would be
sense.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, well, that's what it is. A friend of mine helped me get a Hundo Weasel, so it's pretty cool. Another Pokemon that I didn't really care about having a Hundo of, but I guess it was kind of nice. Pretty good, pretty good. Then we move on to Community Day. which we'll also be talking about those in a moment. And I did get another Hundo Machop. It's now all the way to
Ooh.
Machamp. And I'll definitely power this up eventually. I should have gotten more candies for it. You'll hear how my community day went for sure. And then today of all days, I get another Shadow Hundo. And this is a good one actually. Duskull Hundo Shadow, man, dude. I was happy about my second Shadow.
It's a wild one to get,
I
yeah.
know. I mean, I keep doing them because I'm also on the grind to level 50, but I never expect good IVs out of this ones anytime. It's like I see them like being trash candies at one point, and then all of a sudden I get the Honda, and I'm like, okay, all right, I see you. Okay. This one's actually pretty good to have. Good ghost type typing, really bulky in this evolution. I think that it will do damage as one of his Pokemons. I will wait for TM though.
Yeah, the buff to Hex is definitely gonna help that too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's are my Hondos. For shinies though, I did do a couple of special lucky trades. We'll also be talking about the special trading increase in the news. But mostly community day, I got 8 community day shinies and 1 shiny gold plus Piplup. Man. I guess it's okay. I mean, it's shiny, it's a shiny. Doesn't really matter as long as you get the shiny, so that's pretty good. You know? All right, Chris, what else you got?
I only got one new Hundo or shiny, and it was Gible.
Gible.
So I'm excited about that one. I love using Garchomp in Go Battle League. And that's another one that has Omega in the future. So
yeah.
I'm excited for that. I know you're trying for it. I wish you much luck. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. There's so many things that I want to have in this game. Between having Hondos and Shinies, Shandos, and whatever. Having a Hondo of like pseudo legendaries has been one of my goals for a while. I have gotten quite a bit of them from Dragonite, T-Tar, Metagross, and yeah, that's about it, I think. That's from 3 generations. I'm still missing the Gible, I'm still missing the Dino, and I'm still missing Axew. Well, Axew is really, it's just kind of like a pseudo. What?
I think it is.
Once, I mean, Gible is one Pokemon I want for sure as a Hundo, even if it's not shiny. It doesn't matter if I get a shiny or not on that. Same for a lot of different other of the pseudo legendaries. I mean, if it's shiny, dude, I mean, it's like a grand prize at that point. But it doesn't really matter. The only actual Shando that I have from the pseudo legendaries is the Dragonite, which I was happy about on Lucky Tray. And then from then on, the other ones doesn't really matter unless Gudra comes out soon or later, because we are in the midst of Gen 6 release. Once that comes out, that's another one I'm gonna go really hard on, like super amazingly hard on. And I know it's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be on raids just like Gible is right now. So that's one thing. It's gonna be on 10k, possible at 10k hatch at all times. What do you have? Oh, it looks like we got another raid here. Hey.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you're gonna see it any second now.
Yeah, I will. So again, Guzra is going to be one of those Pokemon that I'm just going to be like all over it. It doesn't matter. I'll be hatching eggs. I mean, I already hatch eggs anyways. But I'm probably going to be doing that. If they release it in the wild, that's going to be one of those things where I'm just like, yes, give them to me. But yeah, that's pretty sure. Thank you very much, Papercut, for the raids. But yeah, those are the good stuff that we got. So let's go ahead and recap CD community today. How was your community today, Chris?
I worked again. I was stuck at work till 4:15ish. I was able to get a shiny like as soon as I got out of work, so I was not worried after that. And then I was able to grab 2 more shinies. One of them being at 4:59.
Oh wow!
So I was freaking out.
Golden Raspberry Ultra Ball right there, brother.
Yep. Yeah, it was at like 966 shiny too. So I was like, please get me, please. I was able to catch it. Other than that, I got some good PvP IVs. That's really all I was worried about.
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about the moveset, but it could be interesting in the future. How did for you? I know you said you got 8 shinies.
Yes, so I got 8 shinies, but they were all completely gold plus. I think one or two that I actually checked were the shinies that I got. But then after that, literally every single one, and no, this Gible was not a shiny either. um,
628 though over here.
Nice. Um, I was at work also for the beginning of community day. I left around 2 o'clock, so it wasn't too bad. But at that point, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm running the Go Plus. I have enough Pokeballs. Let me just go ahead and catch everything through the Pokeballs. It doesn't really matter at this point. I really didn't want to actually have to go to a grind spot and just grind off the Machops. And it was triple Stardust, which was the good part of the event. So I did
Oh yeah.
gain quite a bit of Stardust from doing a lot of the catches. I am at 6.3 mil right now, which is actually pretty nice. I wish I would have gotten more, but again, if I don't have the full day to start, I don't feel like I have enough. Plus, I was hungry and I was just, let me just go home and eat. So I ran the Gold Plus. I grabbed the Gold Plus and put a clip on it so it auto catches for me. So I was just like, just let it run. I don't mind if I get a shiny, I get a shiny. So
I mean, we both had this shiny before from
yes, I
what's
actually
it called?
I believe I only have one. Hold on, let me check.
From Pokemon Go Fest, right?
Yes, I got one from GoFest. I actually got one before GoFest.
Mhm.
Yes, so I already had two in the line. I technically only needed one more, and then from then on, it was just like, things like that. Did I only get one, two, three, four, seven? Yeah, I only 8 shinies on that. So, but again, it wasn't bad. Payback. I've been hearing a lot about Payback. It hasn't been really been a good move to go through when it comes down to it.
Uh,
So,
it's a really weird move. It might be good in Ultra League, maybe,
yeah.
but I don't know. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Yes, that is for sure. But that's basically it on that. Again, it wasn't too much. I did hear a lot of people getting so much good Stardust and Chinese from it. I'm like, again, we're gonna be talking about a lot of the controversy that is comes when the next community day was announced, and we'll get to that in the news for sure. But that's really all we got. There hasn't been much excitement aside from just looking at the shiny or looking for a shiny or anything. How about your
Oh,
Sinnoh recap? I'm sorry.
that's exactly what I was gonna talk about. I had a lot of trouble actually getting the shadow Pokemon I needed. I
Oh
think I
yeah.
just kept hitting all the wrong numbers.
So
You know.
let's make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on. So, during the Sinnoh Celebration Challenge, you have the collection challenge that has been implemented since the celebration started. One of the things that changed from the last one, which was a lot easier than this one, was that they added two shadow Pokemons in the mix. So that means that you actually had to have the chance to catch two shadow Pokemons from to be able to complete the challenge itself. Now, I have heard that a lot of people were having troubles with this for two reasons. One, and it's a very interesting one when it comes down to it, some of them don't spawn in regular stops, meaning Snowbird. Now, we had a friend, his name is Scrambo. He was doing most of the icy stops around. Now, the icy stops were fine, they were spawning pretty often, but they were
Mhm.
not giving him Snowburn. And I was like, oh, so that means that it's mostly coming out of the balloons. So if you are not doing your balloons, that means that you may not have a chance to encounter one. And that really is kind of disappointing. Now, I can understand that because they want to limit it to only having it at home since the world is still in pandemic mode, technically. Um, but it was kind of hard for a lot of the players to complete the challenge just for that reason. And I have heard that even Stunky was actually rare in stops, and I was like, "What is going on?" I see them like everywhere.
That's exactly what I had trouble with too. Was Stunky. I
Really?
got Snover like the first day.
Yeah.
I think the main.
I actually got
Uh,
both of them like back to back.
really, you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, I got Stunky first and then Snowburn next. And I was like, "Oh, well, that was a lot easier than I expected to be."
I actually didn't want to see Jesse and James because I kept
That's
bumping
true.
into them. and then you run into the leaders, and that's another balloon you miss out on. So I got super super unlucky with that.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that that's another one. Even though I mean Jesse James is still a pretty good match to get, but I guess people were just a little bit hard pressed because the world is still it is how it is, and they're telling me, oh, I can go out, play this, and do that. The balloons were more than enough, and we had at least a good week to be able to finish this. So if you didn't finish it, I'm sorry. The event is over, so I'm sorry for that. Um, but then from then on, I just don't know. I have a little mixed feelings about it. Just because I was able to complete it really quickly.
Yeah.
But that was a hard work for a lot of people for a little bit. Hopefully they were able to
Mhm.
finish it. So you did finish it,
Uh,
right?
oh yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
got the Stunky yesterday, so I didn't have to stress out about it today.
good.
Um, yeah. Other than that, I think the event was pretty darn nice. I
Yeah,
mean, we've been raiding Gibbles. There's been a lot of really good shiny chances.
that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah, I
didn't get
know.
any, but
Cable is just been my life right now. Um, let me
oh
tell
my
you, like this
gosh.
is an overabundance of it, and just because of our friends being able to help us rate, I have over 2,000 candies for Gible, and I'm just like, oh my god,
More,
man.
more.
I mean, the 2,000 is only gonna equal to like two candies,
Two
anyway,
extra
two
large,
extra
yeah.
large candies. I am getting quite a bit of extra large candies too, but not as much as I think it would be. You do have to remember though that that's something that we didn't mention from the last celebration, and I didn't actually know about it until the day after, technically. So the celebration has already ended at the time of this recording. For at least for us, there's a little bit more in the Pacific time and probably Hawaii. Um, but that rates though stay the same until after the event is over, until before the next challenge comes in. So by Tuesday afternoon, the rates will stay the same. So that's actually pretty good. So that means that if you get the chance to do a couple other raids like Gibble, please give me more Gibbles. That's when
Oh
we'll
my
have
gosh.
another chance on that. So I am off tomorrow, so that may be something that I'll be doing. I do have to restock too, so I gotta get more Pokeballs and all. Yeah,
I need to stock up too,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I gotta go back to some stuck in seasons. Anyways, that is of course our recaps. Not really much from that. A few other things that we'll mention later on in the podcast for sure. So from then on, all right, let's move on to the research topics. And the very first thing, I'm sure, Chris, you want to talk about this first?
Oh, it's only my favorite generation, you know? We already have the countdown Pokemon Go tour of Kanto, but now uh, we're gonna be celebrating Hoenn after that. And oh my gosh, thank you. I love it. I, I love it.
Oh my god. Okay, so when it comes to another celebration, since you guys probably noticed by now, we are counting down every single one of the generations before the Kanto celebration tour, which will be a week before Pokemon Day. But again, there's gonna be a lot of announcements coming out pretty much next month. It's gonna be intense, intense, I tell you. If you're a Pokemon fan, this is the month for you. Well, next month will be the month for you, mostly because of being the 25th anniversary of Pokemon and altogether. 2-5, as Chris is mentioning with his fingers. But the Halloween celebration is next, so that means that we're finally getting the details on what's going on. So on Tuesday, January 19th at 10 p.m. local time to Sunday, January 24th at 8 p.m. local time. Real quick, shiny check. No. Hondo check. No. Not even close. Oh god. So yes, so the features for this: Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Tailo, Lodred, Nosepass, Aeron, Meditate, Roselia, Carvana, Nubble, Balto, and more will appear in the frequently in the wild. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny Aeron. Okay,
Hmm,
you can laugh.
yeah, I guess we're not getting a new shiny this event.
No, it doesn't look like it. It's
At
another.
least from those. From
Right,
those.
right, right. So there's another repeat shiny. Most of them are shiny, so that's not too bad either when it comes down to it. I mean, Trico, Torchic, Talos, Shiny, Lotred. I mean, the pre-evolution is shiny, so that's not bad unless they release the shiny from then on. Nosepass is one that probably couldn't been able to get shiny in that, but I'm not sure why they didn't. Aron, Meditite, Roselia, Karama, Noble, and Noble. So Nosepass and Noble are the only two shinies we haven't actually seen from the release of that. Which is
Yeah.
kind of sucks because Noble also has a Mega Evolution, which actually I almost forgot to put in the notes. We'll definitely be talking about that.
Yeah, yeah. It
Um,
may be surprising us with Numo, maybe
well, they
because of
did
that.
say that they were going to have a Mystery Mega Evolution coming up, and that's actually something that's going to happen probably the week after Hoenn. So we'll definitely be talking about that in a second. The following Pokemon will be hatching from 5 kilometer eggs: Skitty, Aron, Scorchbeast, Lilliput, Aeronauts, Bagon, and Beldum. So that's actually very nice. Beldum being in the 5K pool. I think it's been a 5K pool for a while, so it hasn't been too bad in that regard. Enjoy event exclusive field research stacks that reward Stardust and lead encounters with Pokemon such as Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Aron, Pulsel, Minun, and Whelmer. No, 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 and no.
That'd be easy quest. That's all I'm saying.
I know, right? Oh my god. I don't want to see any of them. I don't want to see any of them. Seriously.
Look at these raids. Ew.
Okay, the following Pokemon will be appearing in raids: Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Rolls, okay, Aron, and Bagon. If you didn't actually get your Bagon during community day, it's been a while since Bagon been really in the spotlight for anything. That might be another Pokemon you want to get. He is not the best of the pseudo legendaries, and I almost forgot about that in the end of the day, but it is another one that you might want to get. I mean, it's a nice, cool green shiny.
Yeah, it's a nice Yoshi.
Yoshi. Or Bacon Yoshi. One of the two. Breloom, Mawile, Grumpit, Spinda, and Absol will appear in his 3-star race. Now, Absol and Mawile, those two are two Pokemon that I still need handles of for the Mega Evolutions. So,
I'm more interested in Spinda, honestly.
oh yeah, Spinda is going to be in race.
I know that's weird. I was like, Spinda?
Wait.
Is that right?
No, you read that right, my friend. Spinda is actually coming in race for the very first time outside of Research Breakthrough or even Research itself.
Yeah, if you suck at throwing Pokeballs, you got a chance now.
God.
There you go.
Dude, I wish it would actually put Spinda during the Valentine's Day so we can actually get the one with the broken heart one. Now that one would be good. That was a good one to get.
That's the one I need the most. I need that shot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something that unfortunately, it's not like I really need it. I mean, I got my shiny Spinda, so I'm actually okay with that. Getting the one with the broken heart will be an interesting thing, but that's closer to February instead of just a January celebration. What's up?
Oh no, I was looking at the date. I was looking at the date of the event. I was like, is it gonna carry over? No.
No, it won't. It's a 1 week transaction, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Then of course we have both Kyogre and Groudon appearing in 5-star race. We did mention this in the last time. They did mention the excitements of the raids bosses, of course. You do want to raid those Pokemons. One, for a couple of reasons that we'll mention a little bit later during the podcast. And of course, they have primal evolutions, which are their own mega evolutions. So you wanna get a good one. Actually, I did a special trade today for another shiny Kyogre, and I got a 93 out of it. So with 15, 15, 12, I believe.
That's the best you can get right there.
So far, yeah.
15.
15, 15 is actually kind of nice. Oh, I'm actually broke 6.4 mil Stardust from the race. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's another one that you do want to actually start doing those raids no matter what. The shinies are pretty good too. So no matter what it is, it will be good. They don't have their special moves. So that's another thing that you may not want to do for them but with Elite TMs and everything, that's something that maybe you'll get eventually, and they'll definitely come back once their primal forms are available. So
yeah, you won't even get a Fire Punch on Groudon. Yeah. And I know a lot of people kind of only use them with Fire Punch right now.
Well, we won't know until the release of them, and once it comes to the celebration, they could throw the core ball and say, "Hey, you go, Fire Punch for Groudon." Now everybody will be writing it for some reason. I kind of want the Kyogre more. I like the Kyogre a little bit more. He's like my main.
I need both of them, honestly. I need a Hondo or 98 because is a 93 for both.
Yeah,
A 93 or 96.
yeah. I haven't actually got anything higher than an 83, I think. So,
Mhm.
and that's with that many years that it's been coming out. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, we've had. Oh my gosh.
plus research breakthrough boxes and all of that back in the days. That was, when Pokemon Go was good again, and that kind of things. But yeah, that's things. So it also says complete Hoenn Team Collection Challenge during the event by collecting the following Pokemon: Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Nincada, Nosepass, Aeron, Plusle, Minun, Bagon to receive 3 Silver Pineapple Berries, Experience, and an Incest. Head over to the Today's View to track the progress, so just like we mentioned it. It is a little bit easier this time around, so it's not too much of a problem. But you do want to do all of those and get your medal. Once your medal, actually another medal shows up and then turns over to the next number. So that's actually pretty cool. It's like a progressing medal every time you finish a challenge. This is an interesting one, and this is actually for the PvPers out there. Evolve Metan, the evolved form of Beldum, during the event to get Metagross that knows its exclusive previously Community Day move, Meteor Mash. This is a move that everybody wants as of today.
It's so broken, like
Yes.
in a good way.
Well, Meteor Match Metagross is probably one of the best PvP Master League Pokemons you can actually have. No matter where you actually put it, and even in raids, it's probably one of the best things you can have on a Metagross. It's the strongest Steel type attack in the game, and put it on with comparatively with one of the strongest Pseudo Legendary Pokemons in the game too. So, give it to me.
If you have a Honda, even if you have just a good shiny that you want to evolve,
Yes.
that is the time to evolve it.
Or a Shadow. Now, a Shadow Montana is also pretty good, so just make sure that you get through those. If you did TM away and prepare for this type of event, this is your day. Go ahead and do it. Definitely do it. So, yeah, don't forget that. I will remind you throughout the week to make sure that you evolve your Mentime before the end of the celebration. So, yes. Event exclusive time research will be available. Complete the Hoenn time research tags to earn the following rewards. Catch 2 Kyogres to earn 10 Kyogre candies. Catch 2 Groudon to earn 10 Groudon candies. Catch 30 Pokemon to earn 30 Pokeballs, so technically 30 for 30. Then also complete all the time research tags to encounter Rayquaza that knows the exclusive charge attack Hurricane, as well as earn 3,000 experience and a Silver Pineapple Berry. I mean, just one Silver Pineapple Berry. That's all you're giving us. If you're extremely lucky, you might encounter a shiny Rayquaza. Now, if you're extremely lucky, it is not a guaranteed shiny, guys. Just remember that, please. Don't get afraid and say, I didn't get a shiny Rayquaza from my special research. No, it's not guaranteed. All right? I'm saying that because a lot of people kind of talk about it. I'm sorry, what?
I may save that for the podcast for that extra shiny luck.
That could be. But remember, actually, by the time the podcast is released next week, the event is over. So you want to kind of actually do it before then. So,
okay.
Unless we start the podcast an hour earlier, and you can do it then. We'll see. Oh my God, this is actually so close. 6:31. Oh my God, I need a 4. I know. I think it's 96. All right, let's move on. A free bundle featuring 3 remote raid passes will help you challenge Kyogre and Groudon, and will be available in the Imgas shown from Tuesday, January 19 to Monday, January 25th. So they will be giving us free remote raid passes for this. It's a 98.
14 attack.
Yeah. It's
brutal.
Okay. Yeah. 1 second on the game just to make sure because I gotta do this. But yes, and then after that will be Johto will be featured coming up pretty soon. So that will start from Tuesday, January 26th to January 23rd or 21st actually. So 31st.
It's weird that they're doing an out of order. I wonder why they're doing it like that.
Johto is 2nd generation. Hoenn is 3rd generation. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, and aren't they doing? Yeah, they're doing. Uh, they're doing Hoenn before Johto, is what I'm saying. They're doing third before two, right?
Yeah, we've been going backwards on generations since then. I don't know what
We're
you're.
going Kanto, Hoenn, Johto, right? Or okay, I'm thinking about the Kanto celebration. That's my bad.
The Kanto is gonna be the end of all this, dude.
Yeah, that's my
We going
bad.
from
I'm going
we
insane
going
remembering.
Kalos, we going Unova, we going Senna. We're gonna go into Hoenn soon. Johto right after that, and then the Hoenn celebration will be on the 20th. So I don't know where your mind is. It's out of
Elsewhere.
elsewhere, that's for sure. Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta make sure I start that Gible because it's another 98 anyways. Um, but yeah, those are the news for the Cantos. I'm sorry, for the Hoenn celebration. A lot of good stuff, really. The Kyogre and Groudon is gonna be an easily one of the most things you want to do. Spinda and Quest is not bad. Mawile and Absol too. A lot of people don't really care about the starters, but Swampert is actually a good one to get. So if you can get a really good Swampert or a really good Mudkip in Sowin along the lines, go ahead and do it. It also has a pretty cool shiny. Then from then on, it's just been a lot of different things. So this one is actually turning out to be a broad event than the last one. The last one for me is just be Gible all day. So as you can probably see, but So. But yeah, that's basically is for that. Now, because we knew that the community day for matchup was coming, and because when you transfer or not transfer but trade matchup, you don't have to spend the extra 100 candies to evolve it to this final evolution. The trade range distance is being temporarily increased to 40 kilometers starting the Friday of January 15, which was Friday at 11 a.m. until Monday, January 18 at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So by the time you're hearing this podcast, usually when it comes out in the podcast services fees, it will be mostly ending. It will be around 1 o'clock our time, Chris, I believe.
11 a.m.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
I
12,
think
1,
that's right.
or
Yeah.
2 o'clock. I'm sorry, I missed that 1 hour, but 40 kilometer trade distance is actually pretty good. If you have lucky friends, might as well do it. It's the best way. You can coordinate one at a time. Unfortunately, the podcast is coming out a couple of days later, so you only have tonight and tomorrow to do it. So yeah, get those trades going. I have been able to trade a lot of the giveaways I've been doing from raids, so that's been pretty nice too. Hopefully I get the Hondo at one point. Please, Niantic, I beg you. I already put so much money into this.
I got some trades for you after the podcast.
Yeah, unless I get the Hondo before then. We'll see. But yeah, that was usually for the community day, and then they extended for that reason. So, in all honesty, just do it. Trading is a good thing, and if you have friends around the area, it's the more the better. Really, the more the better. All right, Chris, you want to start talking about this one right here?
Um, I'm not super excited for this, but the next community day is going to be in February, and the featured Pokemon is going to be the Flower Boy Roselia. I don't know.
All right, so
I don't know,
before we start on going over the news of Roselia's community day, there are a few things that we gotta mention right now. When this was announced, this was another deal breaker for a lot of people. Even the content creators have been bashing about this announcement. We do understand that Roselia is the flower Pokemon, and it's gonna actually happen on February 7, so a couple of days before Valentine's Day, if I believe. So that's not too bad of a decision, but here is where the controversy will be. Now let's talk about real quick about the features, which at this point we kind of already know, but we'll definitely have to talk about it. This is a podcast, so this is a new center points. So here we go. Did you know that a Roselia's flower smells more pleasant than healthy as it is? The scent that is said to deeply relax people this February community day is sure to be a relaxing, then because Roselia will be the featured Pokemon. Yeah, good wordplay there, Niantic. So,
They knew
Sunday.
what they were doing.
I know, right? Sunday, February 7. 2021 from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Now, do remember that for the United States, this is Super Bowl Sunday. So that's another thing that a lot of people were talking about, and they're saying, "Oh, it's Super Bowl Sunday," things like that. We know this game is gonna coexist between other events anyway, so unfortunately, it was gonna happen anyways. It's surprised they did it on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, but I guess that's the rotation sequence.
Yeah.
Anyways, Roselia will be more frequently wild. If you're lucky, you encounter a shiny one. Evolve Roselia to Roserade to know the exclusive. Oh, come on. Did you get the shiny?
Shiny Gible. Yeah.
Jeez, man. Even I haven't even got a shiny from this. Oh, God. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay, so evolve Rosetta to Roselia up to 2 hours into the event to know the exclusive charge attack, Weather Ball, and the fast attack, Bullet Seed. So this is actually the very first time we see 2 Community Day moves featured on one Pokemon. So it's interesting, really, to say the least.
And it's Roselia.
It is Roselia. Now, Roselia and Roselia do have a little bit of a niche in PvP Go Battle League, or even in any Sealed Arena tournaments. But to have a Pokemon that we already had a shiny of, and it's been out in a while for a long time, to have 2 moves for the very first time. What do you think, Chris? Do you think that that's going to be a norm here on out, or what?
I don't think it's going to be something that we can expect from all the Pokemon. I think for something that is this common of a shiny, it needs something like this to make people excited about it. Okay. And I gotta say, I was not excited until I saw the moveset. I think this opens up a lot of possibilities for it as a Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, Weather Ball is a spammy move. Bullet Seed does charge up pretty quickly. And yeah, no, I'm gonna say, I feel like, I mean, either way, you're using a move that is a stab move on it, and then the fire type will just basically be able to help you cover some of the matches around there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a thicker Cherum, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah, definitely. Take a few snapshots during Community Day for a surprise. That's another one of the features, just like always. Event exclusive time research available will be completed to earn Sinnoh which is the item you need to evolve Roselia into Roserade. There will be a special one-time purchase available box for 1,280 Pokecoins, Elite Fast TM, 4 Incest, Super Incubators, and 30 Ultra Balls. Okay. There will be, of course, a $1 equivalent price to a special research community day called Stop and Smell the Roselia. Yeah, you're really liking the wordplay here, Niantic. Oh God.
So I like the cringe joke, man.
The cringe joke. Of course, I have to be a cringe
I'm a fan.
But yeah, and then Bidoof will be hatching from 2-kilometer eggs. What are the bonuses for this event, however? It's 1-4 hatch distance. And I guess because you won the Bidoof, that's something you need to do. But if you're only going to be getting 2-kilometer eggs from the event, regular incubator is just going to put it on like what? 0.3 or 0.5? 0.05 or 0.5?
What I've seen a lot of people do for events like this is they stack up like 12 red eggs. So if you're a real grinder, grab those 10 kilometers, grab those 12Ks. But I don't know how prepared most people are going to be.
I usually hatch all of those eggs before even community day. So by the time I have, because I have like 2 extra ones plus another one in incubator right now. So it's not like I really need it. If you want to start, that's cool. That's another thing you might want to do. So it's not a problem when it comes down to it. So yeah, that's another thing. Do remember, if you did purchase the Kanto ticket for the Kanto celebration, you are already getting this special research, just like the one we got from a Chops community day. So that's pretty nice. So that's February community days, like we mentioned. Now, it's not really that exciting, and we're definitely going to be talking about this right now. The question really that I put out, and even on a tweet, is community days being underwhelming this last few months? Do you think that we haven't really seen the hype what community day really is? What do you really think, Chris? What do you think after this announcement? What do you really think?
I think that they've been trying to keep it exciting while trying to keep people from getting as grindy as they have been in the past. And that's kind of hard to do when you have triple Stardust too, though. Because obviously Stardust is the hardest thing to grab in the game. It's really hard to say. I do think they definitely put a lot of their plans on a hold. Like we should have had Gible Community Day. We should have had a lot of things already.
Right,
Honestly,
right. Yeah, those are some those are some of the things that unfortunately has been going around the community these days. One of the things that they mentioned since the pandemic started, and unfortunately, just like you said, Chris, they have to adjust the schedule since the pandemic has started to make sure that people are safe, don't go out, probably not get sued from doing community days and abundance people out in the wild out there. Um, that's really the thing that it comes down to it. That um, we haven't really gotten the chance to do really good community days for the reason that they're trying to really keep us safe from the world, and the world is really it's not safe to go and do so, even though it's been almost a year since this whole thing started. Um, and one of the things they mentioned, or at least the community has mentioned, is this is another recycled shiny. We have seen the shiny out and about for I don't know another year or so, another year and a half at this point since the
and it
release
was a
of it.
boosted shiny.
It was a boosted shiny. We had Roselia boosted for a while. We had it during Pokemon Go Fest. I even got it through one through that. I got plenty of them through the eggs. Um, I got like I said, I got plenty of them through the eggs. I have two shiny Bidoos. I got now the Hundo that I hatched from the Sinnoh celebration. I got another Hondo from just catching in the wild, and probably three or more shinies already. So this is shiny that again is not really going to impact a lot of the hardcore players. It's something that maybe you'll put an instance on and then just try to catch it all around in some way, shape, or form.
It's not an exciting for
It's
sure,
not. It's not.
in my
And
opinion.
I put out a Twitter question out there for everybody to answer to. Make sure you check this out um, during the if you want to check me out, of course, during my Twitter at Go. That's where I post the questions for any of during our podcasts. So I posed a question with the recent news of communities being underwhelming because all of this literally put the community on fire since the announcement. How would you fix Community Day? Would it be the Pokemon feature, the bonuses? What would make Community Day amazing once again? Please let us know. So I posted out there. We got a couple of responses, mostly from a lot of our um, podcast services out there,
Fellow,
fellow
yeah.
podcasters. Yes, thank you so much. Pokemon Masters answer for the world we're in right now. They're okay. Less feeling for possible missing out, FOMO, of course, means less people outside, not social distancing. Being able to play it casually from home is a blessing until the world goes back to normal. And you gotta get outside for 3 hours and make it count. It makes sense that, just like we have mentioned, that the world is still in not the best options possible out there. The world doesn't want you to social anything out there. The world is just a mess no matter where you're going. And even though this is actually a thought I had for quite some time already, because people keep saying this to me, when are we gonna go back to normal? When are we gonna go back to this? When are we gonna go back to that? Can you really not say that what we have now is normal? The mask, walking around. I mean, in our city, Chris, I can tell you this much: nobody really cares about what's going on out there anymore. As long as you wear a mask or you pretend to wear a mask, then when have anything else been normal?
Yeah.
People are going to stores, people are going to dinners, people are going to parks, and I'm like, so nobody really cares about what's going on, like.
Um, I I won't talk too much about it because I know some people just don't want to talk about it. It gets too political or whatever.
No,
But
I didn't.
I don't know. I think people are thinking,
Never really wanted
oh
to make it a
well,
political statement. It was more like a sense
yeah,
that people
yeah.
really don't care anymore, and I felt like That's the
Mhm.
new normal at this point, you know?
It's like 50% of the people are following like regulations,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
Um, it's silly.
it
I
is a
don't
little
know.
bit silly, you know. It's kind of one of those things. But yeah, that's one of the things that they mentioned, and it's understandable, you know. Just like Pokemon Master said, we just want to stay safe, and I think that's what Niantic's goal is right now. They don't want people to say, "Oh, hey, it's a new shiny, it's a cool Pokemon, a brand new move, something that's gonna be relevant in everything in the world of Pokemon Go. Let's go out there and hunt it with triple, four times the Stardust or something like that." You know, it's like, can you
Yeah,
really blame Niantic from doing this? Can you really blame them? It is
yeah, they
underwhelming,
don't want to
yes.
contribute.
Right, they don't want to contribute to what's the going on in the world. Another one of the responses we had was for another podcast, the Goldcast. Shout out to them. Um, they said, since Chinese are a finite source, I think the focus should be on the free research we get sometimes and the $1 paid research from a development standpoint. In all sense, that's true. Once you actually buy the ticket, you still get the encounters, and if you do the instance and everything, that's not a problem. And just like he says, shiny is an infinite source, so no matter where you get it, and even if the shiny is released, no matter what, the shiny will always be out there, even if you don't get it boosted. You know, so
Mm.
it's sometimes also a part of what they're trying to work with instead of what really the player base is. Now, the player base is everything. They want to make sure everybody's happy, but you can't make everybody happy for this. It has been quite a while since we actually got in a brand new shiny from Community Day. And that's true because since Abra Community Day, everything has been a recycled shiny. Ghastly, Weedle, and Porygon were the only two Community Days that we actually got that was a brand new shiny. I think Weedle was already out, if I remember correctly.
Uh,
Um,
Weedle?
yeah,
I think Weedle was new.
I believe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyway, Weedle and Porygon were only shinies in its own respective communities, which was cool because both of them had cool shinies, and Weedle became one of the most relevant Pokemons out there too, um, with their special move there. But since then, every other has been either a recycle shiny, a Bowden shiny, and just in all honesty, not something really that exciting. Ghastly, I barely even go out. Match up, you can see that I only run the Gold Plus. It's just not there, you know.
Yeah, the coolest thing about Roserade is the move set, and if you don't care about PvP, you don't care about Roserade like
Yeah,
at all. At all, you don't care about it. You know.
yeah. So
Oh,
it's not something out there. I will post this question one more time for another week. If not, we'll move on to another question. But I do believe that there's something out here when it comes down to Community Day. I know and I understand. I have heard the community loud and clear. This is not something we want. We want to make sure the Community Day becomes better. Pokemon's become better, and this is also adding to the announcement of Snivy being released as a shiny before we even got a Community Day for it. And that's something that it was unprecedented for a starter to not get a Community Day move and still have a shiny in the wild. That's the kind of thing that's making people understand what is Niantic really thinking. Are they just going to recycle shinies until we completely are run out of them? Are we ever going to see a brand new shiny? Really do let us know if you want to. I did post the Twitter post, so again, go to Pure Let It Go and answer the question. I'll retweet it for the next couple of days. But I don't know what do you think will make Community Day better, Chris? What is something that the community will not rage about once it's been announced?
I honestly think no matter what they do, people will find a way to complain. I think we didn't hear too much about Machop. I mean, yes, people complained about it, but we had triple Stardust.
Yeah,
So whenever people have triple Stardust, they tend to calm down, just because of how rare Stardust is in the game. Um, but it's so hard to please everyone. I'm trying to think about it because I get what Niantic's doing by not giving us like the god tier shinies, the god tier Pokemon like Gible, Dino, things that are gonna get us out there and like catch like 500 Pokemon in like 2 hours. You know,
yeah,
um, I don't know. It seems like we're not gonna have stuff like that happen. until the numbers for COVID are like way, way down.
Yeah,
You know,
that's for sure.
Mhm.
The world, even though we're
That's the way
finally,
I feel.
yeah, when even though we're finally in 2021, the world still hasn't actually gotten into a point where we can really be outside and play the game the way that we used to. Do remember that there's going to be a lot of things changing the moment that we get to that point. You know, the bonuses
Yeah,
is one thing,
just
community that
slashed.
just slash everything we have. And
That's
yes,
what I expect.
they're probably gonna do it like in waves, so people get accustomed to it little by little. But at one point, we're gonna lose, you know, the two times Stardust, remote rates, bonuses, Go Battle League requirements. There's a lot of things that they're still up in the works for sure, but that's something that the core value of Pokemon Go, and we have mentioned this for a while, the core value of Pokemon Go is still supposed to be intact, and we're trying our best to get to that point, you know. But yeah, that's really all I want to say about this controversy about Community Day. I know that the Community Day is supposed to bring people together. We really don't want to do that yet, guys. It's not something that we can that we want to do for sure. So
It's almost bringing people together against Niantic,
yeah, I'm
which is kind
sure.
of funny.
I'm sure Niantic has actually talked about this. And actually, and we didn't read this in the blog post, and I'm actually gonna pull that up real quick for you guys. They do say here. Stay tuned when not that's not that. Stay tuned. I'm not saying. Um, where is this part of the announcement? That's weird. I thought they mentioned it in the announcement itself. Maybe they took away the feature of it. Let me check out real quick something else, guys. No, that's not it. But there was a little announcement with the Community Day announcement for Roselia that said that they are aware of how Community Day they're gonna be doing Community Days moving forward, but they are looking for feedback from the community. So our own friends at Lure Up, our friends from GoCast and Go Stadium and anywhere else, they actually are questioning, you know, the community. They want to ask what has happened, what do they want, and basically how can we make this a little bit better for Community Day. And they are sending most, and if not all, the responses to Niantic, so they see how they want to contribute to the, you know, the growing situation. So the more information and criticism you guys give to Niantic, constructive criticism, I may add, please, the more they'll listen to you guys. So keep out, make sure you check out those people out there because the direct connect to Niantic, even though it's not a full direct connection, they still want to hear from the community and they still want to know what's going on out there. So yeah, all right. That was a little bit too long, but I guess we can get through it. Ha ha ha. There's one last thing that we want to mention, and that's something regarding the next Mega Evolution Pokemon.
Yeah.
And this is actually pretty cool because it was found in the code. And actually, if you go to the feature Pokemon that I'm going to mention right now, the Mega Candy has been pushed into the game, and this is for Ampharos. Ampharos Mega Evolution is coming to Pokemon Go. It's probably going to be the one feature coming in the Johto celebration. They didn't mention anything about that since then, but still. Mega Candy is available to be able to earn, but actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Mega Candy has been pushed into the game, but it has not been able to earn just yet. We tested this out earlier this week. Even if your Pokemon is your body, you will not earn candies from catching the specific Pokemon type, and you will not enter the candies for walking it until it's fully pushed into the game. Especially when the Mega is out in Mega raids, probably. So, so, um, yeah, that's one thing that we wanted to mention. Like I said, if you go to Ampharos, you are there. I have this one ready, Best Buddy, fully 100% Ampharos, ready to go for when it's released. I just gotta get the candy for her, of course. That's gonna be fun. What do you think, Chris? Do you think this is a good Mega to release soon?
I think it definitely caught me off guard. I mean, it makes a lot of sense now because of the different spotlights for the generations that they're doing. It definitely ties in. Um, it's definitely a fan favorite of a lot of people. It looks fabulous with the hair,
I mean, it
and
was
we
either
already have
this
the
or
dragon move.
Tyranitar anyway.
Sorry.
It was either this or Tyranitar.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is probably more fair. As much as people want Tyranitar, this one is less broken
That's true.
per se.
Do you remember that
Um,
Mega
yeah.
Ampharos is a Mega Evolution that turns into a Dragon type when it evolves? If you have his community, they move as Dragon Pulse, which was featured how many years ago at this point?
Oh my gosh, that was way way back there.
It was around 2018 when Community Days was out for the first time, I think. So yeah, that was do you remember? Mary was a 10K kilometer Pokemon at one point.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's a 2K and it hatches out of 2Ks every single day. If you didn't see it enough back then, you're seeing it now. Oh god. All
And
right.
it's so common during events too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably gonna be common in the next event too. So,
Mm.
all right. Let's quickly go through our PvP. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris.
I'm ready.
All
Oh my
right.
god.
So, what do we got here for our wonderful people?
Dude, as soon as I saw it announced on Twitter, I was freaking out. They had this little picture of Dragonite distributing letters. Who did it distribute it to, you ask? Oh, just the best battlers and the biggest content creators around for Pokemon Go. And what is that for? The All-Star Invitational. Oh my gosh. Tell me
Yes.
about it, Pure, please.
All right, so the Silt Arena's All Star Invitational was announced. They did say that this month was going to be different. They weren't going to do any more, or at least for now, for at least for this month, they weren't going to do a format for the Silt Arena tournaments. We haven't really talked about Silt Arenas. I know there's been a lot of tournaments going around and everything. We just really got into back to it again, I guess. But the Invitational is basically a competition with the next 46 competitors chosen to participate in a special event. So all the invitations have been delivered, and the competitors have gathered to showcase a brand new format coming this winter. The 2021 All-Star Invitational will premiere the very first Arena Teams competition. So a team battle competition, guys. So what is this format? And I'm gonna try to see if I can scream through it a little bit. So the 56 competitors have been split by the arena into 8 teams, each with 7 members. In the All-Star Invitational, the teams will compete against each other in a single elimination tournament. But this wouldn't be a true arena event without a fun twist. Each team member will be fit in a different specialist position, which will decide what meta they use to battle. The positions are: number 1, the Great League specialist. Open Great League, no restrictions. The Ultra League specialists. The Open Ultra League, but only 1 legendary or mythical Pokemon and 1 starter allowed from your team. So basically, 1 starter, 1 mythical. You can have a full mythical team if you want to, or legendary at that regard. And then there's also the Master League specialists. It's open Master League, but only 1 legendary allowed. Legendary or mythical allowed in your roster. Pokemon's best be level 40 or lower, or 41 with best body boost. So no level 42, level 43, or level 50 at that regard. So don't over power up your Pokemons. But again, this is for the Invitational, basically. There's also field specialists 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what is this mentioned? So this is what it is. The Great, Ultra, and Master League specialists will battle in their respective leagues, but the field specialists will use a special meta called a battlefield. For All-Star Invitational, all 4 will battle in a floating city battlefield. Ground, flying, steel, and normal with bans on Mythicals, Mega, Shadows, Regional, Stanfix, Skarmory, Altaria, Bastionum, and Registeel. You cannot see where this is going. So, during each round, competitors will compete in a best-of-3 match against the opposing team members in their corresponding positions. The team with the most wins will advance to the next round. Unlike normal arena tournament, specialists will allow to change their rosters of Pokemon each round. However, they will require to battle in the same position for the entire invitational. So this is exciting. There's definitely going to be a stream format to this, so make sure that you guys check this out. The preliminary will start on January 17th, which actually should be coming up pretty soon, until January 19th. So they have 2 days to battle. So all 18s will participate during the time off. The semifinals will start on January 20th to the 22nd. The 14s will battle. And then, of course, the finals will be the 2 teams from January 23rd to the January 24th time of what they mentioned here. We'll definitely talk about it if we actually get to that point, if they get to that point, of course. Catch the action, there will be different platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and even more. So I'm sure they have it streaming out. And they have all the teams mentioned here, and I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. I don't know if you can see.
Team 7.
Our own Speediest Chief is actually right here on Team 7. Speediest Chief right here.
We have such good people on each team, too. It's kind of hard to root for one.
I can't really, I think I better to just turn off my camera for a second here and your camera too, so they can see it a little bit better. I have 2 cameras. That's interesting. Cool. There you go. All right. But yeah, those are the teams. Definitely a lot of content creators, a lot of different other people that they have battled in Celt Arena tournaments. And yeah, this is actually a pretty cool thing that they're doing from the Celt Arena. So I'm very much in love with this format. Let's see who gets into the best. I kind of want to see just Speedy Chiefs run through the whole entire competition. But of course, their team has to win to be able to get to that point. Mm-hmm. This is different from having a one-time person kind of deal or single elimination, because in all regards, the entire team has to win in some format to be able to get to progress to the next rounds, which is, you got to rely to your teammates, but I'm sure with Speedy's Chief, you got the beer and everything, so you're good,
He'll tell the future for all of them with his psychic.
It's like, you lost here, but we'll win here, so we got a chance.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting format. Make sure you check out the celtarena.gg for anything coming up from the invitationals. But yeah, it should be pretty cool to watch and listen to for the next few times. So, we go. But yeah, that's really all we got today, right, Chris?
Yeah, I think that's all, right?
Yeah, that's all for everything today. Surprisingly enough, it was a nice little 1-hour podcast. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching and doing things. We did a lot of giveaways on this in itself. So, please don't waste the money like I'm doing, guys. I just want the hundo. All right, Chris, you got anything else?
No, just good luck to everyone. Get your hundo. Flex on us.
Well, thank you very much for listening, guys. Make sure you check us out on our podcast services. You can also check us out on our Twitter services, PureLetterGo and Christo0517. We go live on Twitch. Also, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, and all of them, of course. If you can leave a review, we greatly appreciate it. I still haven't seen any, but I'm glad to take some. Make sure to follow us on the social media, just like I mentioned already. I'm getting ahead of myself again. And then, of course, you can email us at PureLetterGo, not PureLetterGo. What am I talking about? PurifiedPodcast@gmail.com. And then, of course, don't forget to check us out at the Professor Network, which we are affiliated with them. Forgot to mention earlier in the podcast, but we are affiliated, PurifiedPodcast.com or ProfessorNetwork.com/PurifiedPodcast. Chris, if that's everything you got for today for me, I think it's time to take away for the night.
All right. It's been a really fun event. We've had some great events going on. I hope you guys are looking forward to the future events. I know the community day could be better in a lot of people's eyes, but it's community day. Have your fun, and get your new shinies, get your hundos, get your shundos, and you know, be the best trainer you can be. Peace out, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. Keep grinding, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.